Hello, boring vlogs people. How are you this fine day? Me? Well, I'm pretty darn dandy. That's how I am. I am just on my way home at the moment from picking up some P.F. Chang's for dinner because, it is delicious and awesome. And, I like to get it every once in a while because it makes my tummy feel good. Actually, it doesn't make my tummy feel good. It just tastes good in my mouth. And I enjoy it. And this is not an advertisement for P.F. Chang's, even though that would be the most amazing thing ever. I'd be like, you don't have to pay me anything, just don't charge me $20 for your food. So just give me free food for the rest of my life, and I will mention P.F. Chang's in every single one of my videos. I should contact them about that and see if they're willing to do that. I'll be like, look, I get tens of views on all my videos. Oh, tens. No, not tons. Tens, like multiples of 10, not tons. But I will totally advertise to the 13 subscribers I have. What? Yeah. But that's just what I'm currently up to. I've been watching a lot of interviews lately with. There's this show. I don't know exactly what it's called. I think it's called The Hot Button. But this guy interviews like all sorts of film people. Like he interviewed the people that did the Weta. That's Peter Jackson's special effects company that he made for Lord of the Rings. And there's a guy there that worked on Avatar, and he was interviewing him. And lately he's been putting up a lot of interviews with Pixar directors. I just watched the one for the director of WALL-E. And it's just really cool to watch and hear directors and just all sorts of film people talk about making projects, and one thing that he likes to ask of directors and stuff is how did you come into this, what is a day, what do you do to make a movie, at what point do you feel the movie is finished? It's really cool questions, and most of the directors have different answers, which is really cool. They'll say, the film is done for me when I'm done shooting it, or when it's released and the audience sees it, or when I can put the DVD on my shelf. That's what one of the, I think the director of Up said that he considers his job done when he has the DVD in his hand and he can set the Blu-ray in his movie shelf with all his other Pixar films or whatever. But just I think the best ones I've seen so far are the people from Pixar, and it's so cool because, everybody wants to work in Pixar. Anybody that's ever seen a Pixar movie that has the least bit interested in making movies absolutely wants to work for Pixar, because they have not had a dud yet. All their movies have been good. Maybe not all of them have been amazing, but none of them have been bad. And I mean, it's just so cool to hear them talk about how free the environment at Pixar is. They pretty much give people free reign, the directors anyway, to do whatever they want. They have an idea for a project, they are more than welcome to follow their ideas and go for it and see if it works. And one thing that I thought was really cool was they talked about the reason why all their stories are so good is because pretty much every single person, every director or person at Pixar that is good at making stories has input on every single movie that's made. They sit John Lasseter and Brad Bird and all the other directors. Those are the only two that come to my mind at the moment. I know there's a lot of other big directors that have made multiple Pixar movies. But, I mean, they all pretty much sit together and they go over, and the movie, they say, okay, I was bored here, I was confused here, this didn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. They talk it all over, and, that would be like having J.J. Abrams, Steven Spielberg, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a bunch of, awesome directors go and all make one movie together. But, even they occasionally are only good at, I don't know. They're good at all sorts of different types of movies. But it's just cool to see, how they get everybody together to work together to make a good movie. And I just thought that was awesome. And hearing them talk about stuff so passionately, and it's cool because this one, the director of Wall-E was the most recent one I watched, and the interview was filmed back in 2009, I believe is when it said. And he was talking about Steve Jobs and stuff, and it was just like, oh, that's kind of cool to hear somebody talk about the Pixar era where Steve Jobs was still a part of it. Because, you know, I read the Steve Jobs biography, and it was really good. And I enjoyed the Pixar parts, especially because Pixar is just so awesome, and I liked Steve Jobs' visionary abilities. Like, yeah, you can say that not all of his products are amazing. The Samsung Galaxy S3 is better than the iPhone 5, whatever. But, I mean, people that say that Apple products are not good are just butthurt because they're huge fans of Microsoft or anything else. Because Apple makes good products, and now that the MacBook and the MacBook Air have been released, every other laptop has started to look like that. And you think it's a coincidence? No, it's because Apple makes good-looking products, and then the rest of the people follow. And just like with the iPod, like, they started that revolution, and now MP3 players are everywhere. And now everything is compared to the iPhone. If it's better than the iPhone, it's better than the iPhone. That's still what the bar is set to. Like, people can say, yeah, well, the Samsung Galaxy S3 is better than the iPhone. Yeah, but it's still compared to the iPhone because that is like the benchmark. The iPhone is the benchmark of what a phone should do because it does everything so well. So, because even the fact that you compare it to the iPhone acknowledges how good of a phone it is. So, you know, that's another thing. Yeah, you know, that's just thoughts that popped into my mind. And now everybody thinks I'm a big, huge Apple fan, which I do. I like my Apple products, and I hope to get an iPhone 5 when the means become available to me, when I have another income, when I have a job again, which hopefully will be soon. I don't know. I've been hearing flip-flopping answers for a while now, but who knows? But yeah, I guess that's about it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And yeah, so long. Bye-bye.